What's up, YouTube? Back in the saddle, drafting Murders at Karlov Manor once again. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are so inclined. Gonna be running a couple more drafts before switching over to some sealed events in preparation of the Arena Open. Not this coming weekend, but next weekend. It's I think like the first weekend of March. Get a little sealed experience just to kind of diversify the content and prep for that Arena Open. They normally do a sealed event. You need 7 wins on day 1, which is Saturday. Get your 7 wins through the sealed pool, and you make it to day 2 on Sunday, where they normally run 2 separate drafts. You make it through the first draft. Obviously, you then make it to the second draft. You can lose up to 1 time in that first draft. So, but yeah, speaking of drafts, let's take a look. We got some good red stuff. The rare in the pack here is Krenko, 3/3 with haste. Artifact synergies, tap it, sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on each goblin you control. If you pay red when you activate that ability, you create a goblin that then gets the +1/+1 counter. Looks like some solid red in the pack. We have Cornered Crook as well. We'll go ahead and highlight the Krenko. Cornered Crook as well sacks an artifact 20 ETBs to deal 3 damage to any target. We have Galvanize as the instant removal spell. Felonious Rage, Suspicious Detonation. So we will go ahead and grab Krenko, position ourselves either red-white, red-blue, potentially red-black. So probably going to pass over this rare, Illicit Masquerade. Raucous Theater is the other rare in the pack. It's the red-black dual land. Detective Satchel I'm potentially interested in. That is the red-blue build around. We also have an Unscrupulous Agent in the pack. We have a Bite Down on Crime in the pack. Public Thoroughfare. Sanitation Automaton. Let's take a look at this Satchel. So when it ETBs, we investigate twice. So we create 2 clue tokens. We can tap it to create a Thopter token, 1/1 token with flying. Activate only if we've sacrificed an artifact this turn. I'm going to go ahead and grab it. I've yet to play red-blue yet in this format, so I think going ahead and picking that up now, we can potentially make it happen. Okay, so in terms of follow-ups here, Gadget Technician is solid. It creates a 1/1 Thopter token when it ETBs, so that's some nice synergy here with the Krenko and the Satchel. Surveillance Monitor, whenever it ETBs, we may collect evidence for. Whenever we collect evidence, we may create a 1/1 Thopter. I would be interested in that if we could reliably collect evidence, but we're likely not going to be doing. I say that. We could do some of that. I think Gadget Technician is probably the safer pick here without having more evidence collecting already at our disposal. So very nice. Crime Novelist is a super solid pickup here in the red-blue deck. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on Crime Novelist and add red mana. Synergizes really well with the Krenko. It is a goblin. When we sacrifice an artifact, we have that ability to pay red mana to create the additional goblin token. We can get that red mana from Crime Novelist, so just a really nice package there. What else do we have in the pack? We have a Blood Spatter Analysis, decent red-black build around. Cryptex, not really looking to play. So yeah, we'll just grab the Crime Novelist here. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Blue rare is still in the pack. It's a 6/6 flyer for 7 mana. We may collect Evidence 10 rather than pay the mana cost for spells that we cast. I don't know how often we're going to be turning that on. Probably just going to pick up this Out Cold. Red Herring is decent for our deck. We're going to want artifacts, but I don't know. I haven't been super high on that card. I'm just going to grab the Out Cold instead. And if we see a Red Herring a little bit later on, we can grab it. I'll grab the Dramatic Accusation at this time. 3 mana, tap down removal, taps and stuns. I think we can go ahead and grab that. Benthic Criminologists is fine, but I don't really want that as our pick 6 just yet. You know, that's kind of like a, I don't know, somewhere in the 20s. Probably grab the Orangutan here. 2/2 with reach. When the ETBs, you can destroy a target artifact, or you can sacrifice one of your own artifacts to put 2+1/+1 counters on it. We'll grab that. So curve is a little high at this point. We really want to look to bring in some lower mana creatures. So Bubble Smuggler, Goblin Mask Maker, 6 mana flip, make it big. I'm just gonna grab a Mask Maker. I don't think we want the Bubble Smuggler just yet. Okay, we're on the wheel now. We have a Curious Inquiry, Felonious Rage, Suspicious Detonation. Grab the Suspicious Detonation. I think we do want to pick up some Sanitation Automatons. Curious Inquiry, I think, is going to be fine if we end up getting some flyers. We could throw that on a flyer. I'm going to grab this 2-drop. I don't love it. I don't think this is good, but I think this is the deck that you would want to play it in. So let's see what else we get, and I don't know, maybe we'll run it, maybe we won't. All right. So the Clan Basher jumps out at me here as a disguised creature. You can flip it for 3 red. Has double strike and trample. Pretty solid. Would be good with our Mask Maker if we can, you know, pump that out, disguise that out, turn 2. Hide in Plain Sight is a pretty solid red-green card. Course to Kill is nice in blue-black control. There's also a Bubble Smuggler again. Escape Tunnel. Let's grab the Clan Basher. Lots of good white. Assemble the Players is the rare. Lets you play Weenies off the top of the library. Karlov Watchdog. The red-white. Signpost. Hazda Vigilante. Makeshift Binding. Another Mask Maker. Lots of good stuff in the pack, just not necessarily red-blue focused. Maybe pick up this Binding in case we can splash for it. Another Escape Tunnel. Fuss and Bother. Cornered Crook. Let's go ahead and pick that up. So we do want a bunch of cheap artifacts at this point. So we want maybe knife. Wow. Neighborhood Guardian. Innocent Bystander is a goblin. Synergize with Krenko. We're getting past a fair amount of good white. So in the event that we can't really live the blue-red life, I think it's a good call to pick up some of this good white stuff in case we can pivot. So there's the knife. Another dramatic accusation, thinking cap. Let's see how many detectives we have. Just one right now. Go ahead and grab the knife. Candlestick. Hustle and Bustle is a good finisher. I'll grab an automaton at this time, just so we have some low-cost artifacts to sacrifice whenever need be. All right, demand answers, not on my watch, magnifying glass. I'm gonna pick up this on the job in case we do continue to kind of pivot into white. That's a really solid, aggressive, go wide card. We'll grab the haunch again for artifact synergies in case we go that route. I'm just going to grab this bubble smuggler. Grab another mask maker. I might start thinking about picking up a convenient target. Grab that offender at large. Shady informant, we can play. Sideboard, the airtight alibi. Okay. I might pick up the red-white signpost at this time. Probably don't want to play board white. Go ahead and highlight that, and then we'll take a look at the makeup of the deck. Concealed weapon is really nice. I think that's probably the pickup here. It's a disguised creature, but it's more or less a combat trick, a +3/+0 combat trick. So like if you swing in with this when it's disguised, opponent blocks it, they maybe leave one of your other attacking creatures unblocked. You just flip this up for 2 in red, attach it to the unblocked creature, give it +3/+0. We'll do that. I think we could probably cut Bubble Smuggler. And Defender at large. Might grab this burden of proof. I guess we really need to figure out if we're going to be red blue or red white. Interesting. Forensic researcher. That would actually synergize well with that blue detective we saw in the first pack that creates the Thopters. I might grab that. Some fixing would help, but I don't know. I think we want to kind of streamline to 2 colors here. So we may just end up playing red-blue. Another gadget technician. I'll probably pick up the gadget technician over a second forensic researcher. Some blue-green in the pack. Yeah, let's go gadget technician on this pick. The more Thopters, the better. Galvanize, that's actually a good late pickup. Deduce, I would also potentially like to have a Deduce, but Galvanize over Deduce here. Let's get rid of the Haunch. Probably get rid of the On the Job. Let's go Furtive Courier and cross our fingers that we see another automaton. I guess let's... I might grab a Hustle and Bustle, just in case. I'm gonna grab this Thinking Cap now. We need some more artifacts. I don't know that we need 3 mask makers. We'll grab Candlestick in case we need more artifacts. I think at this point I'm fine with picking up a Benthic Criminologists. And then another Benthic. Okay. So no Deduce. Reckless Detective would have been nice. So let's take a look here. I unfortunately don't think we're going to want to splash white. We don't really have a lot of 2-drops, but we do have the 2 mask makers to push out disguise creatures a little more quickly. I mean, I think this is going to be it. I wish I had a little more artifacts. So we have 5. We have the Thinking Cap, the Knife, the Automaton, Concealed Weapon, and then the Satchel. As far as removal goes, let's take a look. Let's isolate that real quick. removal on a body with the cornered crook. Out cold. Burden of proof also kind of removal if we're using it to turn an opponent's creature into a 1/1. So we can either use that as a trick on one of our creatures to pump +2/+2 if it's a detective, and then turn an opponent's creature into a 1/1. Forensic Researcher is actually a nice ramp tool. We can untap a tapped land that we control, so we can, you know, pump out a Criminologist a little bit early, potentially, or, you know, help cast the Bustle. We can also use it as a tap down on anything that we've sacrificed here, collect that evidence. Yeah, let's give it a shot. We've got some Thopter creators in the Gadget Technician, so I don't have particularly strong feelings about the deck, but we'll give it a shot. I've yet to play in the red-blue space, and I've wanted to, so yeah, we'll see how it works out. We shall keep. Skelly boy. We're going to go ahead and play out the Courier so that next turn play out the Satchel. I would like to hold on to the Orangutan until we can get some value out of that. Let's go ahead and attack with the Courier and see if they offer to trade with their disguised creature. Let's probably... I'm going to get rid of the Orangutan here. I'm going to keep the land in case we need that for the Crook. If they flip this disguised creature, we can go land, Crook, sack a clue, deal 3 to the disguised creature, unblockable on the Courier, make a Thopter on the Satchel. So there's a lot of synergy potential with the deck for sure. 2 black and a white. This could be a Savior, a 2 white. We're not going to block because we can't. We just don't have enough power to take it out, and it's not worth trumping at the moment. Interesting. So let's maybe go ahead and surveil. keep that. We will move to combat. Let's see what they do. Okay. We'll attack with the Mask Maker. Just double checking to make sure we can activate the satchel at instant speed. I don't want to think I can and then I get screwed over with like an activate only as a sorcery. I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice a clue, make a Thopter. I'm not going to block with it, but I just want to do it to see if they respond out of, like, I don't know, hesitation or, you know. I think I'm okay trading here. Again, if it's the Savior, I think it's likely to be the Savior. Or, yeah, Savior, Sanguine Savior. 2/1 flyer with lifelink. Oh, it's the Gatekeeper. Okay. We still trade. They create another skeleton. Are they going to pump it as well? They're going to Auspicious Arrival. Presume dead. Okay. Well, that's their turn. Okay, so we have 5 mana. I think we can... I guess we swing at the Thopter. Let's go Analyst, and then we'll hold up mana for Galvanize, and we can sack a clue and make a Thopter. Okay, so we are instantly going to remove that so that they don't get +1/+1 when they attack. Go ahead and block their 3/2. Okay, let's... All right, let's attack all. And then let's Cornered Crook. Sacking one of the Thopters. We'll kill one of the skeletons. We'll make a Thopter. And we could just play land and say go. Okay. So we're essentially just going to race here. We'll attack all. Second artifact, draw a card, make a Thopter, disguise a creature. So now we can block the skeleton, for sure. Because their case doesn't solve until end step. And they can only activate the tutor portion of it once solved as a sorcery. So we're pretty good here. We can just threaten lethal. Do I want to get rid of this satchel here? I want to be able to make another. Yeah, let's just do it. Draw a card, get the damage in. Ooh, nice. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Disguise. So opponent could tutor for a board wipe, but they couldn't also play it. So no detectives, unfortunately, to get the +2/+2 buff. Good game. Okay. All right. That's it. Borgin Snurgle. We will keep. Let's go. Let's get some artifacts out. Do we want a gadget technician or do we want another land? I think we want another land. That also gives us evidence for the forensic researcher. Another disguised creature. Opponent misses a land drop, as do we. Man. Let's maybe forensic researcher in the event that we don't draw another land and we need it to ramp, produce additional mana. So that's the first disguised creature they played. Could be Shady. Is Shady Informant 4 mana or 5 mana to flip? Could be a Dog Walker, could be Shady Informant, in which case it would deal an additional 2 damage when it dies, but that's their whole turn. I think we'll offer the trade here. We'll offer the trade. Yeah. I think that's fine. Okay, let's go. Orangutan, and we will destroy their Strider. And then depending if they play a creature, we can tap it down with the forensic researcher. Unless it's got word 2. Moves through combat. Alright, let's get a land here. Okay. There we go. So I think we... Do I get out one of these disguised creatures? I think I might want to get this out. Let's disguise that. Yeah. And then we can start getting aggressive. Because it doesn't seem like opponent is doing a whole heck of a lot. have the forensic researcher who can untap one of our lands so that we can flash in our burden of proof. We can either block with it and then untap the mana and then give it +2/+2. Oh, geez. Rakdos? Okay. I have maybe one card in my deck that could answer that. I think we let them draw 2 here. Let's just get aggressive. Let's go. So we can turn the researcher into a 3/5, or we can turn, we could turn Rakdos into a 1/1, but I believe it still has flying. Okay. So let's see what they flip up here. Okay. Do I have to block it, or do I just have to block? Because if that's the case, I'm going to double. And they're going to do 14. I think I will... Let's see, is Rakdos a detective? No, it's not. I will... make Rakdos a 1/1. So we just need to draw a Galvanize. And we can remove it. Let's get rid of... Let's get rid of the orangutan and the knife so that they can't draw. And now we don't have a knife to deal the 3 damage. Okay. I mean, I think we... just flip here and try to race as best as possible. Hopefully draw Galvanize next turn. If not, man. So we're gonna let him draw. Okay. So it's 4 mana. I mean, if they have a Galvanize or a Shock, we're done for. So there are a couple different ways we could go about this. We could either Concealed Weapon on the Basher. Let's do it this way. And then we can still play out the Concealed Weapon. So let's see if they respond to this. Let's attack here. Threaten lethal. They'll need to block with Rakdos. If they don't have a removal spell or a pump of some sort. Fanatical Strength, okay. Okay, well we got Rakdos out, so they're gonna crack back for 4. Hopefully they don't have a second Fanatical Strength. Next turn, if we can play Cornered Crook, sacrifice our Concealed Weapon, we can do 3 damage directly to opponent's face. So as long as we live through this turn and opponent doesn't gain any life, we got it. I think we got it. I think we got there. Let's see. Is that it? Yeah, GG's. There it is. Goblin Tribal. Okay. Let me spin you a yarn. Let me write you a novel. Opponents on Bant. 4 colors, actually. They picked up the mountain. Might have a Niv Mizzet. Little Niv Mizzet brew on our hands. Private Eye. Okay. We'll go... Do we push the damage here? It's 3 damage. We get a clue out of it. The Private Eye is locked down. I think let's go ahead and play out our Satchel in case we draw a land next turn, and we can play out the Benthic Criminologists and sack a clue for free, essentially, to draw the card. Okay, cool with that. Yeah, let's go ahead and play the analyst. We will sack a clue, get the counter, make our Thopter, and we'll just pass. Yeah, we'll pass there. Yeah, excellent. All right, let's... So we can make the crime novelist a 3/5. I guess, can we go ahead and maybe draw first and then we out cold? Let's do that. Let's draw. Because then our Jaded Analyst can attack as well. Crime Novelist will float a mana, get the counter. Nice. Cranko. Let's go ahead and get our Thopter. And then we want to maybe tap down there and there. And then we'll attack Crime Novelist, Jaded Analyst, and Thopter. Spell can't be countered, so if they have the... Yeah, it can't be countered. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so let's Cornered Crook. Get rid of the value engine. So again, I think we want to sack the clue first. So we float the mana with Crime Novelist. We will make a Thopter. I think with the Summoning Sick Thopter, we'll sacrifice that and get rid of the 3/3. Okay, opponent takes 7. Cool, so let's go down. Automaton, we'll surveil. I think we can put that in the bin. Let's go Cranko. We will sack the Automaton. Get a bunch of value here. go ahead and make our Thopter. Let's just attack with the Thopters for now. And we can just ride this out. Opponent's on a 2-turn clock here. If not, yeah, if not 1 turn. All right, good stuff. This deck is super synergistic. Okay, we'll keep. We can go turn 1 Goblin Mask Maker. Turn 2, if we don't draw a 2-drop, we can go Thinking Cap into, I think we'll want to get the Crime Novelist out first and then Krenko. We draw our 3rd land. Dog walker, I would assume. I was debating putting on the pressure with Krenko, but we'll be defensive, a little defensive for now. Cool, taking 2 here. So let's go ahead and sacrifice. Honestly, I forgot that we would lose the floating mana as we moved into combat, so I needed to unfortunately use it there to create the Goblin token, because I wanted to get the cost reduction on the disguise creature so that we could get Gadget Technician out, so. Okay. Opponent's gonna punish us for that one. Let's disguise. forensic researcher. But I got lucky there. Had no open red mana to create a gobbo. Okay. That's a problem. Yeah, so if we can't answer that next turn, we're done for, unfortunately. So we have 6 mana here. I mean, we can tap down the Phantom, I suppose. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think we chill and just tap down the Phantom on before opponent goes to combat. That way they can only attack him with the Thopter for 1. It buys us a turn, potentially. If they have shock, we're dead. So let's go ahead and turn this face up. We can block that. And then activate Krenko. I guess I didn't realize Gadget Technician was a goblin as well. Yeah, that's fine. Is there a world? Is there a world where we could win this? So if I tap down the 4/5, they chump Krenko. We get in for 7. Yeah, I don't think so. If they potentially... So they're gonna sack an artifact, so I think maybe we... Do we hold back our Mask Maker and we just play the Criminologists? How much? Nah, we can't tap down. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it, unfortunately. Because we don't have... Unless they chump here. Yeah, okay. Okay. So that now actually gives us enough mana, or enough collect evidence to tap down the Phantom. Maybe we should have killed the Dronesmith. I don't know. The Meddling Youths will continue to give them clues, so it's kind of like 6/1. Okay. It's just a bomb and a half. Let me know when you go to combat. So they can give the Thopter double strike here, potentially. We just have to block everything, essentially. Let's see what we draw. GG's. That's it. That's all she wrote. Okay. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play this out. equip cost 2 on the knife, and then, ooh, yikes. I wonder if we just want to push some damage here. Yeah. Code's gonna be a beater. I don't think we'll be able to get that out of here. We have our little collection of artifacts though, that's for sure. Let's draw. Okay. So that's our answer to coat, at least. Let's go ahead and make our Thopter. We're not out of it yet. Yeah, it's pretty over. Yep, pretty over. Make our Thopter. I guess we could maybe... The Enforcer? +2/+2. Okay. Maybe do it like that. That's it. Super synergistic deck. Had a lot of fun with the deck. We're just put in some positions where we couldn't quite get out of it. Yeah, loads of synergy, just really great pockets. Krenko, crime novelist, gadget technician being a goblin was really great. Lots of little thopters, lots of stuff that we could sack. Benthic criminologist was fine as a 5-drop. Cornered crook, the 3 to the face was really nice. So, yeah, super synergistic deck. It isn't, by no means is it like an optimal build of the red blue artifact deck. Would love to have another crack at it and just like get some more 2-drops. Probably, you know, a shock would have been nice. Maybe another galvanize, or just like some other instant speed removal would have been nice. But yeah, enjoyed it. Good times. We'll see you again here in the arena.